everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are going to do an unboxing of the August Tribe beauty box. For those of you who don't know, this is a bi-monthly beauty box subscription, so this basically means that every other month you will receive one of these boxes in the post and it will contain 5 full-size items. Tribe likes to promote empowering women and indie brands and everything like that, so it is a great little subscription service to be subscribed to, and getting 5 full-size products every other month is great as well. But I just really like what the brand itself stands for. They will always support the indie brands and it's a great way to try brands that you may not necessarily have heard of before. So this subscription box is $34.99 every other month, and like I say, that does get you 5 full-size products. The value of the box does obviously differ each month, but I will do a full breakdown of the costs of things as we're going through the items. With regards to shipping, if you are shipping to within the US, I believe your shipping costs are $5. If you are shipping to Canada, it is $7, and if you are shipping to the UK, it is $15. But the $15 to the UK does include all customs and excise charges, which I think is great because there's been numerous occasions where I've ordered things from the US and I have been stung for customs charges. I think the rules are if something's over £15 in value, you do pay customs and excise charges. I remember before Colourpop started charging VAT on their products, I did make an order from them and I think I ended up paying £8 customs and excise plus an admin fee of another £8 plus something else, so I did end up paying, I think it was around about £20 just to get the product to my door, on top of the shipping that I'd already paid to Colourpop. I definitely appreciated that more and more brands are now starting to incorporate the customs charges in their delivery, like Tribe. So say it's $15 for shipping, but that's door to door without no worries, which is great. So I will show you the products that are contained in the box in a second, but if what you're hearing so far does sound good, then there will be a link in my description box which will also get you 10% off your first box, which will take the price down to $31.49. But let's get into what's actually contained in the box. So this is how the box comes, and inside there we have all the products. So this was the first month that they did actually make an aspect of this box customizable, in that there is an eyeshadow palette contained within here. There is one of 3 possible eyeshadow palettes in here and you could make your selection of which one you wanted. So I think I will actually start with that. The eyeshadow palette is from the brand Ruby May, which I think I have heard of through numerous different subscription services. I believe, I say, they are an indie brand, and from what I've seen their products are absolutely gorgeous, so I am excited to have one here to be able to actually try it. The palette that I chose is the #vibes palette. The 2 other choices you could have was #mood and #brights, I think it was, but I went for the vibes palette. I was never going to pick the brights palette, but I was so torn between the other 2 choices. All the palettes did have an element of bright shades in them, but there was a couple of individual shades from both the vibes and the mood palette that I really wanted, so it was really hard to actually decide. This is the #vibes palette, and as you can see it is pretty bright. The colour in this that did draw my attention was this colour here called #babe, and I also like the look of this #glow as well. I think I'm going to film close-ups of all the items that are contained in this as well to stick in. But obviously all the shades are hashtags as the name of the palette, but you've got a gorgeous purpley pink here. You've got really bright almost neon shades here in #tea and #rose. This fuchsia pink is really nice, and I really love this gold, which is #psychic. The mood palette had a kind of bluier version of this shade, and that was one that nearly sold me on that one, but that one did have much more brighter shades in it, so I think this one, even though it's really bright, hopefully can work with this because the shades do look really pretty. And I love that it does come with a little mirror as well. So this palette does actually retail for $24.99. With all of these products, I have tried to find if they are available in the UK, so I can give you a price comparison. Where I've not been able to find a UK equivalent, I've just converted the dollar price of it. So for this one, I couldn't actually find it on a UK site anywhere, so I did a conversion of the $24.99, and at today's rate it is just over £20. And you can't have a nice bright vibrant eyeshadow palette without some primer, and this is the Balm Priming is Everything. I really love this packaging. It kind of looks like the old style matchstick books you used to get, but it's got a rainbow across the top there. Obviously really pretty packaging, as the balm always does. I'm a huge fan of the balm products. The packaging is just second to none and I just love the aesthetic of them. So it is just one that you do rub your finger into, I think along the similar lines of, is it the MAC Painterly pot? I think that's what they're called, similar sort of concept. So it is just a neutral one. I think they have actually been sticking this in a couple of their palettes recently. They did have a couple of tea ones, I think it was What's the Tea, and I know they did have a couple of primers in them, one being the black one and one being the neutral one. It's great to actually have this as a standalone product because I nearly was buying one of those palettes because I did like the look of the primer and I also wanted to try those out. But if I would have bought one of them, I'd always have to pull that palette out to get the primer, whereas here I've got it by itself. So this one retails for $12, but I did find this on a UK site for around about £9, which I think $12 does roughly convert to anyway. Excited to try this one. Then we have a blush from the brand Cargo Cosmetics. I got the one in the shade Laguna. You could have also got one in the shade Key Largo. I think one was a more reddy colour and then one was a brighter pink. So I've got the orangey red one. If I'm not mistaken, this is a shade of blush that is definitely unique to my collection. I do have a lot of pinks and a couple of peaches and then some brighter pinks, but I don't think I have a shade like that. And I absolutely love the packaging and the pan size of it. This is a huge pan of blush, and I also love that it comes in this little tin, so it would actually be ideal for travelling because it should make it more robust. This is a really pretty shade. I think I'm just gonna have to do a swatch first just to see how pigmented it is because it does look pretty pigmented, and then sort of build itself up and go in with a very light hand at first and just see how I can play with it and see how it goes. It does look really nice and I'm really glad that it is unique to my collection, I think. So the value of this is $26. I couldn't find this on a UK site, so I did do a conversion of the $26, which at today's rate is just over £21. Next we have this Luxe lip treatment, and this is from the brand Cas Cosmetics. I think I have heard of this one as well, again from watching numerous unboxings of beauty subscription boxes in the US. I'm not too sure what the claims of this one are. I don't know if it's a lip plumping thing or a lip moisturising one. I will actually have to have a look into that. We did used to get a little card in the box which told us the prices of things plus a little blurb about each of the products, but we don't get that anymore for kind of environmental reasons because it is a bit of a waste to sort of a piece of card that just gets thrown away. So I did get an email with all the prices on and things which I've noted down myself. I don't think there was a blurb about each product, and if there was, I've just not even thought to write it down. It also comes with the box wrapped in like plastic, which I've not seen before. Usually it's the product itself, not the box. I did get the shade Pinwheel, and there were 4 variations of this that you could have got. So you could have got Virgo, Milky Way, Pinwheel or Andromeda. So at first I wasn't going to open this because I think in my head it's a lip plumping gloss, which I'm not a big fan of, but I think I'm intrigued enough that I am going to take the cellophane off and have a quick look and see if it does say. That is so satisfying. That's one thing I have noticed with more indie brands, their attention to detail on their packaging is always sort of second to none. Okay, this is really sparkly. This is the shade Pinwheel. I think from what I remember from seeing the pictures, there was a dark coppery coloured one, a clear one, and then a more pearlescent-y champagne-y colour, and then this pink one. Again, packaging, rose gold lid, absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I'm going to swatch it or anything like that just because it does actually look quite similar to the Huda Beauty lip strobe that we received in the recent Glossybox. That was kind of pink and sparkly, and I'm already thinking about when I'm going to wear that. I don't think I'm going to have room for 2 pink and sparkly products. So even though I've opened it, I might just stick this in for a future giveaway because I've not actually opened it or swatched it or anything. So I will have a read into it. If it is something other than plumping, then I will possibly consider using it. But if it's a plumping lip gloss, especially with this really pink shade, then I am going to pass it on. Don't get me wrong, it looks absolutely stunning and it is quite mesmerising to watch with all the different flecks of glitter and things in it, but it's not my personal preference, which is fine. And then the final product we have is from the brand Bella Pierre. This is the HD setting spray. Bella Pierre is a brand I'm definitely familiar with. I did have a bit of a missed product from them that I tried not that long ago, which was a lip cream that I received in Glossybox. I did actually do a top 5, bottom 5 of items that I've received from Glossybox video, which will be up at this point if you want to go and check that out to see where that Bella Pierre lipstick ranked. Spoiler alert, it's not in the top 5. So I've had a few hit and misses with this brand. They do regularly appear in subscription boxes and I have tried other things from them as well. I would be keen to give this a go because I do really like trying setting sprays and I am getting more into them these days. Let me just see what the mister is like. It is quite violent. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's quite a violent spray. It does have a slight scent to it, but nothing too overpowering. It's already starting to fade, so I'm keen to give it a go, but definitely know I need to use this at complete arm's length because that is quite a violent spray. But again, I'm using the Morphe Continuous Scent Spray at the moment, which is the finest mist you can get, so this was always going to seem a bit more violent than that. So with regards to the price of this one, on the information that I received from Tribe Beauty Box, they did state that this was worth $30. I did do a bit of Googling and I went direct onto Bella Pierre's website and I did see that it is on there for $30. But I did also find it on the UK website, and having looked at the back of this, it appears that Bella Pierre is actually an English brand, which I'd never appreciated. I'd guess by the name it was maybe European, but I didn't realise it was based in the UK. So this actually has an address in Essex on the back. So that'll probably be why I did see it for cheaper on the UK site, because it was only £15. $30 used to translate to £15, but at rate it doesn't. It's probably about £24. But you can get this for cheaper on the UK site for £15, which isn't a surprise if it is a UK brand. So that was all the items that I did receive in the August Tribe Beauty Box. I have totted up the totals just so that you know what the total value of the box is worth, and if you're adding up everything in dollars, it is worth $111. If you're adding everything up in pounds, which includes the prices that I found on UK sites plus any conversions of the dollar prices, it comes to £80. You are still getting a good value for what you're paying for the box. I say it is $34.99 every other month, and if you do use my referral code, which is listed in the description box, you will get 10% off your first box. So you could get a box for $31.49. If you are based in the UK, that $31.49 does translate to roughly £25.50, which I think is great value for all these items because I say they are all full size. Just to go over what we received, we have the setting spray and blush, the lip treatment, the eye primer and the eyeshadow palette. This, I say, retails for roughly £20 anyway, so if you're paying roughly £25 for the whole box, I would say it is definitely worth it. I see a lot of channels that do unboxings and then they say, would it be worth it for me? So looking at what I'm going to use, I do think I am going to get use out of the blush. I'm definitely going to get use out of the primer, and I will get myself out of my comfort zone and make use of the palette as well. And I probably will use a setting spray, but to me it's not a necessity because I do have other ones there. Definitely these three. So the value with these three is $63. Again, I've paid $34.99 or $31.49 if you use my code, and I'm getting $60 something worth of value. So it is definitely worth it, and it is great to support a kind of more smaller indie company that is run by women. That is what I just like to support. And at the point I'm filming this, they have just announced also in the last day or two that they have had paperwork approved to be able to sell from the EU. Obviously not getting into politics, but being in the UK, may or may not be in the EU come the end of the year, but hopefully by October's box they will be fully shipping from within the EU. There haven't been full details released as of yet what that means, but I do believe that will mean cheaper shipping because you won't be shipping it from the US, it'll be getting shipped from within the EU. They probably are going to release full details over the next few days or weeks, but if you follow them on social media they will be announced on there, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if you are interested in this box, I do believe they still have August ones available. If you do want to, again, click the link in my description box. It is a referral link and it is an affiliate link. No pressure if you don't want to use it, but if you do, thank you in advance. So that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.